The health zone, the Bell Natural Health Products, and as you know, obviously sponsor the show, sponsor the studio when we're in it. We use the products. Both Dave and I use like a lot of those products. I'm someone that in my entire lifetime would never, ever, ever think of taking a supplement, because when I was a kid, when you tell me about a natural health product, I'm like, what voodoo is this? Is it sold by a shaman? I don't know. I don't understand. And what you come to understand is these products, as new as they seem to be for me, they've been on the planet for like 1,000 years, most of the stuff, and it helps your body fight or improve certain elements of our life, because our bodies are actually quite unbelievable, and in the way that they have been engineered. The products that you take from Bell, for the most part, you have everything you need. You have everything you need to combat or to help you live a healthier life. And someone who knows about that, who joins us again for the second time, is Frank Piri, or as we like to say, Frank Piri. Piri, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
Good, very good. I should
Everybody
say,
recovered from the night before?
well, you know what? Because it wasn't the huge family get-togethers, maybe it wasn't too bad, because look, it was just the three of us, just our immediate family, like it was for a lot of people this past weekend. But that still didn't mean I wasn't making my gravy, right? So if I'm making gravies, this would bloat Rita McNeil. These are not light, these are not dainty, healthy sauces that I make. It goes back to a comfort food. Very often my sauces, it goes back to a French style of cooking. So you're seeing butter, you're seeing the natural fats. And when you do this at the age of 50, whatever, all of a sudden you're like, I wonder if this is good for the cholesterol. Because
Right?
I think I'm trying to kill my family every holiday. That's what it seems like I'm doing here, Frank. So,
No, no, not at all, man. Come
well,
on,
so
being Italian, I
yeah,
understand about the food.
yeah, of course you do. I mean, I mean, some of the, and you eat for like 10
Yeah.
hours.
Oh, absolutely. Starts early and keeps going.
It is like Sebastian Maniscalco. I don't know if you watch
Yep.
Sebastian. I mean, and when he goes over to other people's homes, he's like, where's the food? You're supposed to be eating. There's no food. There's no food. And it's like, so for doing this, because a lot of times guys like Dave and myself, we hear cholesterol. Dave, have you even had, I don't even know if I've had my cholesterol. Maybe I have because of all the medical stuff I did of late, but I
Oh yeah,
never
I have.
have you had your
Yeah,
cholesterol?
absolutely.
What, how do you,
Standard blood test for the most part, Frank, isn't it? The question I have with those tests, there's good and bad cholesterol. Can you kind of tell us first what the
Yeah.
difference is and what we should be looking for?
Yeah, sure, of course. I mean, there are two types of cholesterol, and every time you get standard blood work done, it's going to tell you what your cholesterol reading is. Two types of cholesterol: HDL cholesterol and LDL cholesterol. Now, an easy way to remember which is which as far as good and bad: HDL cholesterol would be the good cholesterol. Um, sorry, yeah, HDL would be the good
You're right.
cholesterol, and H stands for high. So it's always the number you want to see higher when you look at your blood work for cholesterol readings. LDL would be the bad cholesterol, quote unquote. And a good way to remember is you want that number to be lower when you're looking at your blood work. So you've got LDL and HDL. LDL, uh, if it gets away from us, if it gets too high, the risk factor is, of course, it can cause plaque buildup in the arteries. And this is not good for circulation. It's not good for arterial health. It's not good for your overall cardiovascular system. The HDL, which is the good cholesterol, HDL actually helps to remove a lot of excess fat buildup in cholesterol out of the system. Now, the body produces cholesterol naturally. We need cholesterol. The body knows that. But it is certainly the good cholesterol that we're looking to have higher amounts of, not the bad. Cholesterol, even though it's made by the body and produced naturally, we do get a lot of the bad cholesterol through our diets, through certain saturated fats and trans fats, processed foods. And that's the kind of stuff we want to try and avoid.
so that's what they talk about, the processed food. So when people hear that, So what food products am I talking about, Frank? If I'm looking at the ones that are the villains or the ones that, and I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't use that word villains, because sometimes, we're human beings. We may want to have some of these things we're talking about, but of the ones that are going to cause you problems if you have too much of it in the processed food world, what are those foods? What foods are we talking about?
Yeah, you're talking about really full fat foods, or I mean, when we think of processed foods, it's basically anything packaged. And when you look at packaged foods, it's easy to read nutritional labels and see what is a saturated fat, what is a trans fat, what is an unsaturated fat. And of course, any processed or packaged food that's higher in saturated fats or trans fats, they're going to be bad for us. That's what's going to really lend itself to higher cholesterol levels. At the same time, other things such as full fat meats. We all know that a good piece of steak, the fattier it is, the tastier it is. However, consuming these things on a regular basis over long periods of time, not such a good plan. It's okay to consume these types of foods in very minimal quantities, right? Very small quantities. We at Health Experts Canada, we like to talk to a lot of our clients about the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the time we want you eating healthy, we want you eating well, we want you eating according to what kind of nutrition your body requires, and then 20% of the time, let loose.
So can you tell us how number 26, cholesterol control, will help somebody that is listening today, watching today, that actually has cholesterol problems?
Well, this whole topic really hits home with me because I have a family history of heart disease on both sides. Both grandfathers have had serious heart issues and cholesterol issues, arterial blockages. So I've been using preventative measures for a very long time, probably 20, 25 years, to try and reduce the risk of heart disease. Now, here's a product from Bastl, this cholesterol control product, number 26. Amazing product in the sense that it has a very special ingredient called cholesterol. Now, cholesterol, it's unique in the sense that it's been shown to regulate blood cholesterol levels. It doesn't suppress anything. It doesn't stimulate anything. It balances and regulates. And when we look at natural health products, especially from Health Experts Canada point of view, we want health products that regulate the body, work with the body, and balance out those cholesterol levels. And that's what this cholesterol product does, this proprietary ingredient.
What was really interesting is a good friend of mine, a bunch of years ago, was talking about going to Italy, and he needs to be gluten-free. He's what do you call it? Where it affects him adversely. Yeah, he's celiac. And so he was going to Italy, and I said, "Wow, good luck with that, finding gluten-free." But unbeknownst to me, so we go and we start looking at it, because I just assumed in the little paesos up in the mountains, all these little places, that they would be, what would they know about those kinds of things? Well, they lead the world in a lot of those areas, because they see, and understandably, they see food as the center of their lives, which means it's almost like medicine. In fact, you would find gluten-free products in the pharmacies, you see the green cross, and that's where you found it, because they're like, no. In order to live the kind of life that an Italian is going to live, they know that the center of it and the center of your life is going to be eating. So they were one of the first in the world. I was a little embarrassed, a little shocked, but they actually lead in that area.
Yeah, no, it's true. A lot of the European countries are very front and center when it comes to food as medicine. They're a lot more advanced, almost, in the sense that we are here. They eat more naturally. They eat from the earth. They grow a lot of their own fruits and vegetables. Their soils, are taken very good care of in terms of vitamin, mineral, nutrient density. Lifestyle factors play a big role in cholesterol maintenance. The more active we are, the more we're able to regulate how our body functions, how our body will regulate itself. But a lot of people can have hereditary cholesterol, where their body naturally produces higher amounts. And again, going back to this Bell product, one of the reasons I really like recommending it is because it's regulatory. So along with positive lifestyle changes, following the 80-20 rule when it comes to eating, exercising regularly, and taking a product like cholesterol control, it can make all the difference in the world in terms of preventing arterial disease and heart risk.
I think that's the key right there. You can't just take this product and then eat what you've normally been eating for the last, whatever, 5, 6, 7 years with processed food and think that you're going to have some sort of results. There has to be a little bit of give and take between diet and the actual supplement, right, Frank?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all, we like to think of healthy lifestyle management as a triangle, right? You have diet, you have fitness and exercise, and then you have supplementation. Supplementation has always been designed to supplement what you do on a daily basis. So when you have the diet right, when you have the exercise right, then you add the right type of supplementation, you're on the right track. You're right on the right track to optimal health and wellness. And that's what it's all about. It's not so much about supplements doing for you something like a prescription medication would do. And there are times when that is necessary. But if you can avoid the need or the use of the prescription by following a healthy diet, following healthy lifestyle habits, exercise, fitness habits, and then taking preventative measures like cholesterol control for regulating your cholesterol. One of the other things that this proprietary ingredient in the cholesterol control does, it can actually help with regulating blood pressure. And there's another component to our, cardiovascular health in general. So if you've got healthy cholesterol, healthy blood pressure, exercising regularly, eating healthy, then you're well on your way to, managing optimal health levels.
What about eating soprasata? How often can I have that? Is it every day? Is that wrong? Every day?
Man, you're like one of my tough clients. That whole 80-20 rule, I got to keep hammering it in there. 20, that one day a week, maybe Sunday at Nona's when you're eating around the table, fine, indulge when you can, but you got to keep it healthy most of the time.
But look, what about ossobuco? Can I have ossobuco? Because that
man, yeah. You're tugging at my heartstrings here. You're tugging at, and we just finished Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
There's always room for good food.
Hey, Frank, quickly, I wanted to ask you a question about immune system as far as weather changing is concerned. We're running into cold season. Flu shots are going to be out here soon. Is there a supplement that you like to take around this time where a Monday could be 17, 18 degrees, but by the weekend it could go single digits and your body sometimes doesn't react properly? What do you do to boost up that immune system and kind of help yourself during this type of weather we're getting?
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, I go back to preventative measures. Bell has some great products for immune support and prevention of cold, flu. They've got a product called Virex, which is an amazing product for preventative measures. Something like Virex can be taken on a regular basis. One of the ingredients in there, a lot of people would recognize specifically for preventing and treating cold sores, right? Cold sores, it's specific to how the body's immune system responds to sometimes changing weather. Sometimes it's, cold sores can be brought on more in the winter. Sometimes it's affected more by the sun and the heat. But regardless, it's a way that the body tells you that your immune system may not be as strong as it should be. And one of the ingredients in that Virex product works really well for that. At the same time, it's an amazing product, even if you don't have a cold sore, just to keep your immune system in top shape. Another product you can take on an ongoing basis would be a product like Zinc. And they've got a phenomenal zinc product. You can take it regularly. One zinc supplement, one capsule, one tablet per day. Works tremendously well at supporting, again, and strengthening overall immune response. Now, a lot of these supplements have multiple effects on the body. it's not just about immune response. I mean, zinc does some wonderful things for bone density, for hair, skin, nails. We talked about that on one of our previous shows.
That's right.
You know, zinc can have tremendous benefit for hormonal health, sexual health for both men and women. Zinc's a pretty phenomenal product. What are we laughing about?
Back it up there, Franco. What was that last? Don't be sneaking that in there, thinking that I didn't hear about that. And as Tim Allen always loves, I always bring up oregano. I said, I know it's got to be healthy because you go to these. You know, I was in just outside of Sulmona, so I was in Abruzzo. The people in these villages are 1,000 years old, and those are the young ones. You go to these places in Italy; these people are 1,000, 2,000 years old, and they don't take anything. But it's an oregano, the magic property of all time.
Well, oregano is a tremendous product. I mean, absolutely tremendous. We're having tremendous success right now selling Bell's vitamin D product. Their vitamin D capsule, it's a soft gel, liquid gel, very high absorption rates. And I mean, everybody knows how good they feel in the summertime, right? Spring and summer, we got a lot of sunshine. We're out there, we're trying to enjoy it as much as possible, and we all feel good. Far less colds and flus in the summertime, and that could be directly related to how much sunshine we're getting, how much vitamin D. Right. So, you know, you start supplementing with something like Bell's vitamin D on a daily basis, and all of a sudden you're doing wonders for your immune system and feeling good, and you don't even know, you know, why it's happening.
Yeah, it's fantastic, as all the products are. By the way, we were talking about specifically today, number 26. As we do like to give the number out. Number 26, cholesterol control. Franco, thank you so much for this morning. Really appreciate it. Grazie mille. Ci vediamo. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, guys. Really enjoyed it.
Grazie. Ciao. Thanks, ciao, Frank.
Ciao, guys. Be well.
That is Frank Piri, one of our favorites from Bell Lifestyle Products. Always a great time when he comes on. And we talked about cholesterol, which sometimes can be a little confusing. I think we really straightened it out. And once again, if you need some help with control, that is number 26, cholesterol control. We do traffic on the fives. It's brought to you by Oakville Infinity, home of the no commission sales people. There's something happening here at oakvilleinfinity.com. Here's Dave.
Thanks, Mike. Let's talk about an incident I told you earlier on, Trafalgar Road at the 401. That has been cleared. The left lane was blocked a little bit earlier on in the morning, but everything's pretty decent this morning as you make your way through the 401. You're going to run into a couple problem spots near Huron, Ontario, Mavis Road as well. Do be aware of that. 410 Brampton moving decently this morning as you make your way into the Mississauga region. QEW, Oakville, a little bit of a buildup near Trafalgar Road and the QEW itself. Other than that, we're looking pretty good this morning. 10 degrees Celsius, going up to 17. A little bit of a wind. It has died down, but there's still gusts up to 26 kilometers an hour out of the northwest. So you're going to feel it when you walk outside for the first time this morning.
Traffic on the fives is brought to you by Oakville Infinity, home of the no commission sales people. There's something happening here at oakvilleinfinity.com. It's 8:28 on Newstalk Sauga 960. God, my pool guy's killing me, just killing me. Like, he kept delaying it. Friday was perfect. I had the pool because you're trying to get no leaves. You're trying to get it clean when he puts the cover on. So of course he at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. I can't make it. I'm like, oh, that was on Friday. I was like, oh my God. So of course, wind, rain, leaves in the pool. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck. I started putting water in the pool because I got to get the level up a little bit to run the skimmer to get the stuff all out. He's like, I'm going to be there in a half an hour. I was like at 8:10. I'm like, no, can you give me the 9:30? I mean, dude, you waited so long. I live in a provincial park. I got to get the leaves out of the fucking pool because you waited. It's like, I'm a little tight for time today. I really can't do that. Oh my God. So now too early. Fuck. There's so many leaves on this property. It's just unbelievable. Frank's good, eh?
Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
We should have got him to promote where people could find him. I was about to ask him, but we were running out of time.
Yeah, I looked on the thing because I know he's Health Experts Canada. You know what I can? You know, when I put out the thing, the promo on Twitter, I'll include his I'll tag his website. Health Experts Canada. through that website, you can actually book a consultation and stuff like that. So, oh God, why is Steve Martin trending?
Coming back from the world's shortest commercial.
It is 8:30. Newstalk Sauga 960. Raw. Mike Richards, along with David Bastl, taking a look at what happened over the weekend. We certainly were talking a little bit about